Let's talk about grace. Traditionally, grace is an undeserved forgiveness, undeserved favor. Now, many religious people have lived with the expectation that in their potential sin, in their potential misuse of grace or favor, that they will receive forgiveness. And that I've made so many religious people to break the laws. You see, grace is not given divinely for you to break a law. Jesus said to the Pharisees that I did not come to break the law, I come to fulfill the law. Law in the New Testament has been mentioned more than 230 in the Bible. Jesus also said that it is better for this world to pass away than for a drop of pen to fall out of the law. Grace is given for you to have the freedom to obey the laws. Grace is given to you for you to have the freedom to magnify the laws. Now, I'm not being pastor here. I just want to be real to you. Grace is given to you so that you can achieve maximum result, so that you can achieve maximum productivity. Grace is not given to you for you to break laws, for you to think that in your perspective, in your potential sin or in your potential crisis, there's forgiveness. No, you have to work for it. The laws you obey are the laws that are going to redeem you, are going to deliver you in the time of crisis. Yes, as a human being, as God's most highest form of creature, we expect grace from God. We pray that it should deliver us. Nevertheless, God is going to deliver us from the things that we don't know, that may harm us, the things that we may not think, the things that we are not conscious about. But anything you're conscious, God will deliver you from your ignorance. God cannot deliver you from maintaining your ignorance. If you are maintaining your ignorance, God cannot deliver you from it, because God has given you a free will. You are a free will being. God has given you a choice to make. God has given you a faculty to make a decision. And God will never tamper with it. If you maintain your ignorance, God will never deliver you from that. You are the one to deliver yourself. You got to choose. I believe in grace. I recognize grace. And I know grace works. But that does not warrant me to break a law. I will obey the law as much as I can, with every knowledge, with every information, with every strength that I have. Then I will leave the rest to the Lord. I like the way the Hindus define grace. The Hindus' devotional literature available throughout India and Nepal is replete with references to grace as the ultimate key required for spiritual self-realization. I like this definition by the Hindus. Grace is given to you, according to the Hindus' belief, grace is given to humankind for spiritual self-realization. I really love that. Grace is given to humankind for spiritual self-realization. I like this definition. Grace is not given to you, no matter how much grace you receive, no matter how much miracle you receive. Do not break the law. Believe me, grace is real. But if you break the law will break you. Let me give you this true story that I witnessed by myself. In 2000, a lady standing in front of the church. She asked for forgiveness from the Lord because she has been prostitute for many years. And God will forgive her. Then she asked the church to pray for her because she has contacted HIV 3 years after that lady died as a result of that HIV. She died as a good Christian woman. I can testify to that. That does not stop the consequences or unintended consequences of she breaking the law. If you break a law, ask for forgiveness from God, God will forgive you. But it takes a higher state of mind for you to deliver yourself. I read a quote from an animal's person. He said that you're waiting for God to bring you up, and God is waiting for you to grow up. Without your willpower to stand and begin to obey laws and principles, to have a self-discipline, to develop some powerful habits to counter those. See, I used to tell people that there are some physical life you live that counter spiritual problems. Yes, there are some physical life you live that counter a spiritual problem. These things lies in just three things. Just three things. Obey laws, principles, develop the habits. That's all. And once you do that, that means your will has been submitted to divine imperative for deliverance. I don't trust people who live by grace. Tell me that you live by grace, I will never trust you. I trust people who believe in grace as a freedom to obey laws, as a freedom to magnify laws. Jesus did not come to break the law, he came to fulfill the law. In the early days, in the days of Anno Domini, you need to go to the priest and talk to the priest. Then the priest will talk on your behalf, and when it's approved, then you can go and make sacrifice for the atonement of your sin. Yes. Today, Jesus come and cancel all this long process that you can just kneel down in your room and pray to God. It's all about reaching God. That's not change the original intent. It's only change the process. So grace is given to you just to change the process for you to obey laws. Grace is not given to you for you to automatically break laws. See, nature can change the plan to achieve a purpose of a thing, but nature can never change the purpose. I come again. Nature can change the plan to achieve the purpose of a thing. Nature can never change the purpose. It can only change the plan to achieve that purpose. It can never change the purpose. It can only change the plan. I want you to live by laws, live by principles, believe in grace so that you can have a self-freedom to obey the laws, not to break the laws. As you obey the laws, as you obey the principles, as you develop habits, the right habits for success, I tell you, you will succeed. I promise you, you will succeed. I am Emmanuel Keller. Asante sana.